Test 1, 2 on the mic. Levels on the mic. I think I want to go with 2-1 now. See how we do. I'm thinking maybe 2-0. It's just a tough row to hoe trying to do. That AI morale level, man. It's a little unfair, you know, because our troops, you know, they basically they go up against troops that are supposed to be one level good and are another level good, and the tactics are pretty simple. Yeah, I think we have to just go with that, and we'll come back to. Here's the other one. Camera speed, right, left. Let's bring that up to. Let's just speed that up a bit. Up, down. Rotation can stay the same. Oh, that's good. Right. Suppose we may as well go ahead and dive in right here. Here we go. Hello, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel. Welcome on in to Alternate History Gaming, where we try and replay history. I am your humble and gracious player host, Banks60s, and this is Scourge of War, Gettysburg. Been excited to get into this next series of playthroughs. We're jumping in blind. These are going to be first-time playthroughs. I did take a peek to see what we're dealing with, but we're focused still here at the Battle of Gettysburg and the Cavalry Fields, both east and south, though we will begin in order because we've already played several of the earlier infantry battles near Pickett's Charge, Day 3 of Gettysburg. Now it's time to jump into some much lesser known battle content here, both in Scourge of War as well as knowledge on the battle and public knowledge on the battle altogether. I don't think many people understand the important actions that were happening on the periphery of both armies, on the flanks, especially on July 3rd, that helped drive some of the other combats along the line. Not the assault on the center itself, but there was some of this cavalry action, especially in the east field, you follow my mouse here, that had some bearing on the way the Confederates were able to try to continue to apply pressure on the Union right flank at and around Culp's Hill. I believe it was Walker's Stonewall Brigade that was still trying to push the issue on that side of the field. So I'm excited to get into, I want to try and get through 3 scenarios because there's a couple that are quick at about 30 minutes a pop, and then there's one that is an hour-long scenario. Actually, I think it might also just be a half hour or 40 minutes. And so I think we'll be able to get through 3 with some additional commentary and pre-scenario learning and read up. So we'll start with number 21. The last scenario that we played was 18, 19, and 20 in the main battle scenarios. Here, one deals with literally just being the Union side during Pickett's Charge, an infantry brigade that defends the stone wall, essentially, as I understand it, against the Confederate attack. I didn't find that to be quite as interesting. And then there's another one that's a what if. I'd like to save that for later. I think that those what ifs are really fun to play. It's a core level scenario. I was excited to drive into some of this Cavalry Field content. So let's go ahead and dive in right here. This, right off the bat, is pretty interesting. We're going to have a sprite ratio of 1-to-1 on this next one. By the way, cheers to everybody watching out there as we get started here. Would appreciate your support in that way. We continue to grow the channel. It's pretty encouraging, and I love having you along. 30 minutes for this one. We're Nadenbosch's 2nd Virginia Regiment. So there's your sprite ratio at 1-to-1. By the way, what does that mean? Sprite ratio at 1-to-1 in Scourge of War means that one little sprite, which is a graphic of a little guy, equals one guy. You can do that in this game. It's not advisable for almost all large-scale scenarios because it just gets the map isn't really scaled appropriately for a 1-to-1, even down to the man. So we'll do it here though because it's a relatively small action. 4 p.m. southeast of Gettysburg. Dismounted Federal cavalry has been spotted southeast of Culp's Hill. They must be driven back for the assault east of the hill by General Walker's brigade to proceed, like we were talking about. Secure Brinkerhoff's Ridge. You see the points that we need. I always aim for a minor victory, just above a draw. A draw would be great if we can get it. Let's check forces available. We will have all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 companies available from Nadenbosch's 2nd Virginia Regiment. It says they're from Walker's Stonewall Brigade, but that I'm not sure about. Is that true? Oh, okay. So this is infantry against cavalry, it looks like. Interesting. Fight your way to the objective to your front. Initial activation of this objective begins enemy movements toward the main goal, the stone wall. So tactical delay and timing are important. Upon securing 5 minutes and 500 points, 3 random objective variants are possible. One variance begins with the stone wall objective south. It will activate, followed by the center and then the north. The next objective variance begins north, moves south, and the final objective variance activates all 3 Stonewall objectives at once. So the player can choose their course of action in securing the objectives. These are worth 200 points each, 2 minutes per. Also of critical importance, must guard objectives will be activated in their place once you take them. These final objectives must be guarded because if they fall, 1 minute to be secured by the enemy, defeat and end scenario will result. So once the wall is taken, it must be held to the end of the scenario. Reb Bugler, the writer of this scenario, he's famed for coming up with some pretty good content for Scourge of War. A big thanks to him. Randy, thank you. One thing I was going to show off mention before we got into it is something I changed as the stream was getting started. I'm going to go with changing the options. I think I've been bludgeoned enough by the AI, embarrassed enough, you might say, to bring our difficulty levels from 3 aggressiveness and 1 AI morale level up to 2 AI aggressiveness and then 0. That last Corps level command scenario with Jackson's Corps on July 1st was a real toughie, and I believe that those Confederate troops were of considerably better quality across the board anyway than the Union troops they were facing. And so I believe that the progress of that action was maybe a little unrealistic. So I think I gotta go back to 0 on the AI morale level boost. I think folks who have been advocating for that were probably right. So I'll take the hit on that. I might have been wrong about trying to give them a little benefit. I think here and there it can work fine. Like I've said before, I've won some 3-3 scenarios before. It's just that the AI in melee is better. The AI troop quality in general allows for them to reload just a little bit faster, I believe. So we'll do a 2-0 for now. And here we go with the 2nd Virginia Regiment. What are we going to get ourselves into now? And by the way, there will be cavalry action. Oh, there's that stone wall. Okay. Very good. You can see the full regiment up. Colonel Nadenbosch, advance your regiment east across the ridge to your front. Push back any resistance and secure the ridge. Securing this ground is imperative for the brigade to attack Culp's Hill from the east. All right, excellent. So we'll do a little bit of micro here. Skirmish formation into these woods, please. You guys right here. You guys do that. The rest will stay in line. Let's get our general up. Pretty small scenario, as you can see. Keep some companies in reserve. Let's go ahead and get these guys in skirmish. And these guys as well. We'll push hard on the left. We need to take this objective. Okay. We have no, okay, yeah. I was thinking of mentioning something there that doesn't really need to be mentioned. So we'll flank them over here from the woods. It's kind of cool. I have it broken out by company, and if you can believe it, I think this is how small some of these companies really were. They all didn't have flags, obviously. Okay, we got some cav out here. I kind of like this. This, you know, small unit action out here. It's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and advance. Let's get these guys 3 key on the cover. Go, go, go. Got to take command of them to make sure they don't stop. Take command, go. All right, we're going to open up now on these fellas who are on the fence. Okay, we're retreating there. All across the board, looks like. And it looks like they're going to want to try to get back on the fence. That's fine. Maybe we'll be able to shoot across the way. There we go. We're on this fence. We're on this fence. Pushing the left. And I would say we do a little double time here. Let's start pushing a little more on the right. Here, here, and here. Let's go double time here, here, and here. Okay, we need support for these fellows. All right, we got some of them running off. So this is, you know, this is your genuine Civil War era linear warfare skirmish action, right? Stop. Small unit, kind of like this. This is kind of cool. We need to crest the ridge here. Go, go, go. All right, advance. You guys, same. There we go. Five casualties. Okay, so this isn't 1-to-1. 28 men. Yeah, no, okay. I'll cut that part out when you do the video. Let's jump in here. And we'll end up pushing hard on the right. Brigade. Let's get him up here. Let's retreat. That's fine. These guys, ooh, these guys are doing good. Company I. Yeah, they're looking all right. Company B, we're going to go ahead and just bring them up. We're going to move against the objective right away. Let's get up on some cover. Let's get up on some cover. Taking charge and then hitting the 3 key right there. Did manage to run off this cav, good. Alright, stop. Wheel. Good. These guys, take command of them. Now, how many troops do I need around this objective? Okay. 100 men? Alright. That's quite a few. Let's push Company F forward here. I think we got him on the run. These guys too. Let them stay on the walk. Alright. Good, good. So they're showing you a little small unit tactics here. This is kind of, I dig this. Trump cavalry. Alright, so actually let's take this unit. Get them in what would mount to column for them. We'll get them on the run. This unit will flank guard. 1, 2, so this is 33 men, 34 men. And here we are with this objective. Good. Take charge. Take charge. 3, get up on the fence. Good. 2 men down. These guys are firing. Excellent. So yeah, we need to take this ridge here. Still got quite a bit of cav this way. I think we may need to take the whole ridge. North to south, is that right? Alright, let's form back in our line. Forward. Let's form back in our line here too. Let's run out to here. You guys, come on. You guys, come on. And in a skirmish action, you would see a lot of small unit movements. You'd see company level skirmish, you know, battalions sent out to handle business. Stop. Skirmish. These guys stay in line. And there would be like a mix. Some skirmish, some not. Drive this guy up the center. Again, got a flank guard here, right near the house. Works fine for me. These guys are firing. Let's bring these guys forward so they can see somebody to shoot at. Same here. Right, stop. Okay, these three companies right here, advance, and then we'll take charge of him and run him up close. This guy too. Okay, stop. Take charge off. I got to start referring to it as take charge all the time. Okay, stop. Okay, they're falling back. Got some reinforcements on the way. I think these guys had run off. Let's jump up here on this real quick here. Let's go ahead and wrap. As a matter of fact, let's just focus on the wrap. Focus on the wrap. Take command off. Stop. Right. Good. Flank guard looks fine. And the line. Yeah, sorry if I seem like a liar. I made a little bit of a mistake. The thumbnail for... We're going to do some cavalry fighting here tonight. You can bet. All right. We've lost 20 men. Out of 300 and something. We've obviously inflicted about, I think it's 50 or more casualties on the enemy troopers that are all now ganged up along the roadway. These guys have rested a bit. Let's bring them forward. No, these guys are advancing. Holy moly. Okay, so we need to take command of these guys. Let's bring them forward. Sir, the enemy is approaching from the other side of the ridge to our east. They are making a push to a stone wall running along that ridge. What are your orders, sir? Indeed. So we need to try to capture this area next. All right, let's get up to this stone wall here. Go, go, go. You guys, same. Skirmish formation. Double time it. Push, push. Get on that fence there. You guys, boom. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Run. Run. All right. Now we go here and here. I think we'll take this reserve company, so to speak, and bring them here. You guys, don't stop. Get on up there. Double time. Yes, don't stop. Take charge on the wall. Don't stop. Take charge on the wall. Double time. Don't stop. All right, the rest of the regiment will march forward at speed here. You can see this is where we'll need to just kind of guard. See if they try to attack this right side. Probably going to need these guys to stick this way. Okay, we got to the wall first, baby. I think we need to jump to this wall. Go, go, go. With a take command on for all these units. Alright, these guys need to... We need to jump on this section of wall right here. Let's go get me. And let's bring me up here. I think we need to get tight to these guys here. This is fine. I think we need these guys up here. And it looks like we may be falling back. How are we doing? Still doing good. We got the wall. They do not. They have the wall in one spot, but that's it. And we're firing down. Okay, yeah, they have the wall down this way. Got this objective. Good. Score is 561. That's pretty good. Again, went with slightly lower difficulty. Slightly. Doop. Let's go ahead. Skirmish line. Let's get out here like this. Let's constrict the line a bit. Doop. Excellent. So I think this will move from north to south, and we're supposed to kind of just sweep down the ridge. Again, this is fighting that is not oft talked about. It's crowded around here. Jump on the wall right here, why not? Perfect. Doing pretty good here. Doing pretty darn good. We got the wall, we got the wall. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. Here they go, trying to wrap a little. Let's take this unit. And let's just bring them here in skirmish formation. Thank you. Again, kind of fun little scenario here. I dig it. I wonder how we'll be able to do. Let's see this unit. Let's do that. Plenty of guys here ducking. Yeah, plenty of Rebs over here ducking and diving up and down behind the stones as they reload their muskets. Hey, Billy! I got a $1 for every Yankee we get. Ted? Confederate dollars ain't worth that much no more. And it's funny, I don't think these guys are really shooting back. Okay, these guys have been chilling. Let's go ahead and get them up on the wall. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what happened there? Stop. Ah, did we lose control of the objective for just a second there? Brinkerhoff Ridge. We're on Stonewall South. Stonewall Center. Not sure. Okay, looks It looks funky. Looks like we have it, but don't. I don't know. Yeah, we do. Okay. Stonewall South hold. Okay. So I think it said this is a variance. And here we are here. Okay. Now we can hold here too. Okay. Just got to have the commander ride up and down the line, it looks like, kind of. These fellas, they're doing good. These guys are all... Yeah, these guys are not doing as hot. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now we got this one. We're up to 794 points. Nice. I like this scenario. I really do. It's kind of a chill little alternative scenario to what we've been doing. Down 61 men now. After about 20 minutes of fighting. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's a waypoint objective, right? Yeah. Now a Union waypoint, I see. That's what he means. Every time you have to hold them, the Union now will come after them. And you have to hold it. Okay. That's Stonewall Center, and I bet you Stonewall North will have to try to take it. But we may not be in a position to actually try to do that. Let's see if we can get a couple of companies over this way. Right? Boop, boop, boop. Maybe we can get 2 companies over and turn the tide on the left. Excuse me. So we're going to line them up next to each other. Probably going to try and charge this cavalry unit. Get on this section of wall and try to break that unit off, because I have a feeling the next objective for us is going to come here. I think we shall see. Most important thing is we have to hold all along the length of the wall. Once we've taken this position. Got about 8 minutes remaining in the scenario now. This one's gone kind of fast. All right. Now we're going to run forward here. And here. And actually, let's stop and volley fire at him. They're 26 yards away. All right, kind of broken volleys. Not so great. Fine. Charge. Charge. Oh, got a volley from behind him. Ouch. Small action right here on the wall. No. Get out of here. Get those cavalrymen out of here. Those troopers don't know how to fight in hand-to-hand if they don't have their horsies, right? Okay, now we've got this objective like I was expecting. Okay, wonderful. Okay, Colonel's gonna ride down. No, not that way. Right here. Right here. Come on down the line. Okay, these guys could come to here. Double time. These guys could come to here. Double time. These guys could come to here. Artillery's up. Some more cav here. How are we doing? 1,065 points. Okay. We really can't. Let's take this company. Let's bring them over here. Double time. These guys come across the wall, the other side of the road. Start shooting at them. These guys start coming across the road. Oh, we got another charge somewhere? Hey, would you look at that? We got some Yankees charging. With a rebel yell. That's funny. Or are they just running? Where's the dang charge happening? That's weird. Maybe there's just a rebel yell for our progress. I don't know. That's weird. Let's go ahead and come forward a bit more. Okay, there's 26 men, 16 and 27. Yeah, we don't have quite enough to capture this objective the way we might like to. Oh, no! Oh, come on! Get out of here. Did I get shot? What the heck happened there? I was winning. I had 1,039. What? He's right here. He's right there. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Nathan Bosch is alive. Oh. Oh, I see what happened there. Look at them chasing me off right there like that. That's funny. There, okay. Well, interesting. He's at 999. And he's got troops on the retreat. Losing the stone wall over on the left anyway. These guys are routed. We had Union troops on the attack and the charge with the rebel yell going. That was funny. Oh yes, well they haven't quite ironed everything out with this scenario, I guess. Look, man, I don't mod the games. I don't make them. I fiddle with things here and there, but I just play them, man. All right. These guys are doing real good. Let's go to me again. Okay, we're going to have 2 minutes to make the difference, which I don't think we'll actually be able to do. Yeah, that's too bad. We've got about 930 points. And I will absolutely be calling this a draw if that's the way it ends. I don't care what the game says. Tough to, I don't know, maybe tough to make that case of the number of troops that they've got coming. Let's get these guys up on this wall right here. 924. And what we'll do is when we get to the 1630, we'll either click end battle or that will be the end of the scenario. We'll see. Nice little skirmish action out here, man. This is kind of fun. I dig it. Yeah, we're not done with you guys yet. Okay, we're going to get our colonel over here. Colonel John Nadenbosch. He's still alive, by God. They're in a tough spot up here, though. All right, so we're at 1630. 923 points. End it. Defeat, but nah, we're at a draw right there, baby. 923 points. We're shaving hairs a little bit there. We're still up on the ridge. He'd fight it out. Call it a draw. That was good. Like, I think we'd be able to push these guys back. Being able to stand over here may be the tricky part. Matter of fact, may just wheel a bit, shift that way. Keep the action going. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to get enough troops over here to try and secure this and gain those points. You know, we've kind of been separated from the brigade, the rest of Walker's brigade. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the points bear out a kind of a technical defeat, you might say here. And we're retreating there. Yeah, we're losing down below 900 points now. I think I'm good ending it there. Okay, fine. Didn't quite get it there, but that was a good try. I think we did on a first run through. That's not too bad. Usually in Scourge of War, in your very first playthrough of any scenario, a lot of the times you will lose. A lot of the time, anyway. How do we do? Nadenbosch is 2nd Virginia. All right, we did kill more of the enemy than they killed of us. That's good. Nice. Okay. Have 118 men remaining. Wow. I think original strength is 667 as of the very beginning of the battle, I think. Okay. Let's quit the field on this one. And then let's get to, this is just the opposite end. You end up Rebels dead ahead. You are the Greg's 2nd Cavalry Division. So you're playing the Union side of the same battle. 30 minutes. The idea is to defend this time. And you basically have all the troops that were limited player control. Okay. I think they become unfixed. And then you have full control of all these guys. For the first 7 minutes, the 10th New York is available for delaying action until your main force gets in defensive positions and is unlocked. They will randomly retreat. Yeah, I think what I'd like to do is, let's go back. If I can, and I think I can, is to play this scenario as Stuart's Cavalry Division. This is also 30 minutes. I'm going to play a little cavalry. This is the crux of the stream right here. I wanted to try to get to this for sure. East of Gettysburg at 1 p.m., 3rd July. Your division has been ordered by General Lee to ride east and then south in an attempt to get into the rear of the Army of the Potomac. Your men are tired from the previous day's march, but you are determined to make amends after an embarrassing confrontation with the Army commander. Your lead brigade, commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Vincent Clawhammer Witcher, is posted near the Rummel Farm. A Yankee cavalry regiment has just been spotted heading towards them. Attack the Union cavalry. All right, 500 is a minor defeat, 100 or 1,000 for a draw, 1,500 for a minor victory, 2,000 for a major victory. And you can see there's plenty of these troopers that we're not going to be able to control. Hampton and Lee's 2 brigades, not under player control, but they will be fighting, I think. We will have a horse artillery brigade under our... No, we will not. We will just have Witcher and John R. Chambliss Jr.'s brigades. Let's read about... So, East Cavalry Field before noon. Brigadier General David Gregg is edgy. At midnight, as July 2nd became the 3rd, his 2nd Cavalry Division was ordered to leave its position near Brinkerhoff's Ridge, where it protected Meade's right. After leaving some horsemen to picket that area, Gregg moves 2 brigades to the Baltimore Pike. He commands a diminished division, Colonel Pennock Huey's brigade guarding supplies at Westminster, Maryland, and 2 regiments belonging to McIntosh's brigade have been detached. The 1st Massachusetts is in Manchester, and the 1st Pennsylvania has been assigned to Army headquarters. At 6 a.m., Gregg is told if Slocum's 12th Corps is forced from Culp's Hill, he is to move his cavalry to where Rock Creek crosses the Baltimore Pike. If Slocum holds, Gregg is to stay at White Run, a little less than a mile further south. Gregg feels the real threat to Meade's army is on the Hanover Road, and he sends a message of concern to Major General Alfred Pleasonton, the Chief of Cavalry. Gregg is told that he is to follow the previous order to place one of Kilpatrick's brigades along the Hanover. Gregg sends an aide to 2 taverns where Kilpatrick has his 3rd Cavalry Division. By the time the rider reaches 2 taverns, Farnsworth's brigade has started for the Union left near Big Round Top. Custer, who was to follow Farnsworth instead, is sent to the Federal right. Custer reaches the crossroads of Low Dutch Road and Hanover Road about 10 a.m. Gregg is still edgy. On his own initiative, he decides to use the brigade of his cousin, Colonel J. Irvin Gregg, to guard Slocum's right, posting them from Wolf Hill to the Hanover Road. And then he leads Colonel John McIntosh's reduced brigade to where Custer has been sent. Around noon, General Gregg receives a message from Major General Oliver Howard of the 11th Corps that informs him signalmen on Cemetery Hill have observed a large body of rebel cavalry moving eastward on the York Pike. Gregg also gets a dispatch from Pleasanton, who orders him to use McIntosh to counter the Southern cavalry and to relieve Custer, sending him to rejoin his division, Kilpatrick, on the Union left. Brigadier General George Armstrong Custer is at the junction of the Low Dutch Road and the Hanover Road. He sends 2 companies from the 5th and 6th Michigan out to scout his front. 1 company of the 6th Michigan is on the Hanover Road and moves to the west. Other units of the 6th are posted to the east. The remaining horsemen of the 6th stay with Pennington's Battery M, 2nd U.S., 4 cannons pointed to the north, and the other 2 aimed toward the west. A thin picket line from the 1st Michigan borders Little's Run, then turns right below the Rummel Farm. The 7th Michigan and those units of the 1st and 5th, not elsewhere, camp at the important crossroads. So, Major General Jeb Stuart on the Confederate side has finally reached Lee and the Southern Army. From June 25th to July 2nd, Lee had not heard from Stuart. After being chastised for his worrisome disappearance, Stuart is ordered to move on the Union right. His troops are fatigued and under strength. Stuart adds Jenkins' brigade of mounted infantry that are attached to Ewell's command to his force, which includes Colonel John Chambliss, Brigadier General Wade Hampton, and Brigadier General Fitzhugh Lee. 2 of his brigades, Rooney Lee and Albert Jenkins, are not with their commands. Rooney Lee was wounded at Brandy Station and subsequently captured and has been replaced by Chambliss. Brigadier General Albert Jenkins was wounded July 2nd, and his cavalrymen are now commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Vincent Witcher. Colonel Milton Ferguson, who is senior to Witcher and should be in command, is not present, so Jenkins' brigade is being led by Witcher. A little history there. I like that. I think we'll let the rest go for the time being. But we're beginning the attack with Witcher and Chambliss Jr. with, looks like, 7 total regiments. I think this will be a cavalry against cavalry fight. Let's go. Let's see how we do here. General Stuart, I've observed a Yankee cavalry regiment heading towards the farm to my front. Should we engage them, sir? I'd say the answer to that question is abso-freaking-lutely. The Rummel Farm. All right, so we want to go forward. Ooh, ouch. Got some arty coming in, huh? All right, double time. Well, we may be fighting dismounted, huh? Where's the command to mount up? Is there not one? Force move. Their guns up on the ridge right there. That works. Let's send these guys right here. These guys, we'll put him on a hold. Okay, so they can mount up by brigade. Interesting, okay. Let's, is that right? That doesn't seem quite right. Let's move these guys up. Let's move these guys up. Jeb. He'll get over here. Taking some wicked artillery fire. How many men do we need for this? 100 men. Okay, 100 points a minute. Lower goods. Oh, okay. The fatigue of all these guys is kind of low. Interesting. All right, this other cavalry brigade. Don't have control of them yet. Oh, we don't have control of these guys at all. Okay. This artillery, though, it appears we do have control of. Okay. Not sure why they're setting up here. Let's go south-southeast, right? Yeah, I think we want to go this way. And we'll set up the guns here. Take the road. Boom. Double. Well, no. Boom. Like that. That'll work. Got a few pieces that are already on the road. Right? Who do these belong to? Oh, they're individuals. Looks like. Okay. Let's go ahead, bring him here. Doom, double time. Fine. You. Right here. Doom. Yep. These horse batteries. Right here. We'll just start like that anyway. My horse artillery brigade is coming in. Sir, I'm positioning my batteries along Crest Ridge to support you. Thank you. All right. Okay, I see. This is his other Chambliss Jr. Okay, got it. All right. Managed to take control of this objective. Let's get these guys kind of in the farm. Let's have these guys lay down. Oh, they're not doing it. All right. Okay, never mind. Chambliss Jr. here. Let's maybe mount him up. Let's get him up here. It says dismount. This may be a bit of a bug. It says dismount, but we want to mount. Ugh, bummer. Yeah. Can't be perfect, right? You like for it to be perfect. Who's this? First New Jersey. Yeah, it doesn't show him laying down. Let's keep driving these guys. Come on. Yeah, we need to attack, I would say. Oh, sheesh. Do this, and do this. You guys probably hang here. Let's have this unit. get on up in there. The Rummel farm may be a bit under threat. That may not be a bad screenshot for future use. Nice. Right up on this fence. Now, for whatever reason, these guys are, this may be another buggy thing. These guys are in like what I'm used to seeing in the cavalry line formation. Then you got these guys that are in this one rank line formation. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. Let's take command of this general. Get him over here with this objective. And this brigade commander is doing things on his own. Don't do that. Do that. And then you got our battery over here that was supposed to be taking the road that didn't. Huh. These guys did. And I think that's got everything to do with the fact that when I sent them... So here is maybe a little bit of a frustrating bug, or maybe a rework that needs to be done, is that when you send units, like say I move him here and then I start right-clicking stuff to happen, I've mentioned before, it doesn't work very well. You kind of have to do the right-click and drag this change facing, all that, send them. Then you got to do everything else down here in the actual toolbar, including putting them on a road. Let's actually send this guy here. Let's send this guy here. This guy here. This guy. Oh my word, we are getting myrtleized by their artillery over here. My goodness. This little hill is just not a good place to be. Let's get right behind this building. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Oof. If we were to just mount up and charge, maybe that would be fun. But again, it says dismount. I don't get it. We got 639 points. Okay. All right, so this gun, let's bring it to here. Right, let's double time. This gun, let's bring it to here. Right, okay, so no, yeah, none of our guns took the road. Because we didn't do it the way we probably should have. Okay, fine. Our officer took the road, but our guns did not. Okay, let's go double time with each of these guys. So there you can see a little bit of a bug. The officer will take the road when you do a right-click move and then right-click all the little buttons that pop up. But in order to get everybody else to take the road, you've got to actually go down here into the toolbar and do the rest of the work there. I see. Okay, now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to take these guns. We're going to need to set them up right here. Doop. And then double time everybody. Go. These are horse batteries, right? So they can double time real good. And we'll get Jeb up here. Pretty cool little dismounted cavalry battle over here at the Rummel Farm. Very cool. Let's advance. Oh, okay. AI doesn't want to do that. Their artillery fire is quite effective, I must say. Let's send the 13th there. Okay, now unlimber. On these, for some reason, it's bringing up an option to unlimber, or limber or unlimber, which I find interesting. Okay, we are shooting here. Good. These guys won't lay down. All right. This gun, let's roll it out right here. Double time. And the battle at Rummel Farm, right? About 15 minutes in now, with 881 points. Let's get up next to these guns. All right. We're firing there. That's good. Still fire. Okay, firing there. Let's go ahead and change fire with these guys. Target that unit and use that. Okay, you. Good. Don't use round shot. Use shrapnel. Shrapnel all across the board, please. Take command of the batteries. And we've fallen back here. Here. All right, let's get these guys on the fence from Chambliss. See how we do. Ooh, look at this flag. That's cool looking, man. I like that. Really would love to be able to mount up. Just for looks, we'll wheel so that we got everybody on the fence like they should be. Give these guys a break back here. I think they'll actually be able to shoot over top. That'll be good. And I like the look of that. This gun unlimbers. Let's go for cavalry, obviously. You guys, get on in here. Get out of sight. Let's get down in the gully. I think we got some decent artillery positioning. What are we at now? 1167. Here goes 14th. They're going to fall way back. We'll use them as flank troops from Jenkins' brigade under Witcher. We have lost quite a few troops, 272. We're at minus 14, firing from this fence here. No, go right there. And shoot down on these guys. Maybe we'll be able to make a difference. I see some more enemy troops here. Okay. These two regiments shift here. Here. Let's start sending round shot at those dudes up that way. Can we? That's the 5th Michigan. Yep, we've got them at 873. Okay, we got targeting you guys with round shot, please. 5th. Couple of guns will do that. Couple few. Let's go ahead and have another one. Bow, round shot. Custer's men. Oh, hey, these guys are, that's why they retreated. They're out of bullets. Let's get this supply wagon closer. Shoot. Okay, no, you stay here. Take command. The supply wagon will come to you. And hopefully we don't get pushed too hard on this right side. We shall see. That may be a tough part for us here. Now, I'll take this large cavalry regiment. We can go ahead and probably move them. Shift them over. Form column. So we'll have Chambliss kind of reposition most of his troops on the right. Send him over this way, and let's put him on a hold at all cost. Since we're kind of microing his troops a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to go off take command for these guns. I'm going to let them shoot at whoever they want. They're weary, so they're not loading and firing as fast, which is a bit of a bummer. Do we have control on any of these guys? No. But our horse artillery brigade is coming up. That's good. I think we've got about 8 minutes left. Okay, these guys, they're just going to come right here because this unit's probably going to break. I'm amazed that these two Federal regiments here haven't broken and run yet. See, normally I would be moving around a lot mounted like those guys are up there. But we got a little bug working or something that doesn't allow for us to move mounted. Damn it. I'll let all you Scourgy channel fans, appreciate you, by the way, and I should say fans of the channel who love Scourge of War in particular. We did set a record the other night for peak concurrent views. Oh, look at this. We can shoot from way back here. Sweet. And that was for another game, though. It wasn't for Scourge. Scourge set the record before that at, I think it was 17. And then we hit 19 for my Crusader Kings 3 stream the other night. So that was pretty cool. Excellent. These fellas here. I'll bring them out in the open. Uh-oh. One of our guns has run off. Ooh, counter battery fire? Yeah, what? Ouch. Okay. Counter battery fire, huh? Okay. Bummer. I think it's the same for these fellas here. They've lost 4. Let's go ahead and let's bring them here. Limber the gun. Double time it. At least we got these guys opening up. Rest of the Michiganders on their way. How are we doing here? Alright, we got our bullets again. Bring them to here. Stop. There they go, out into the line formation, the skinny line. Okay. There, okay, finally, off they go. That works. That works just fine. Obviously, we're losing a lot of men here. Let's retake this position with the 34th, who is in a normal dismounted cavalry formation, as far as I can tell. Oh, that was a nasty volley from those guys right there. Yikes. Now, what I hope does not happen is that this cav comes through, charges us all out of here. Can we mount, dismount? Nope, we cannot. Oh my word! Oh my word! All of our guns from here fell back. What the? What the? Oh my God! There's no casualties, for crying out loud. What are you guys running for? Huh. Maybe the mounted enemies got too close. That's interesting. I don't really know what that's about. Oblique. Let's stay on them. I can't remember what the point totals need to be at the end of the scenario to get a victory here. I can't quite recall. So, we'll see. Got them all stacked up. AI there, crowding toward the objective. That's pretty unrealistic. But that's what the AI will do. Let's go ahead and have this regiment. Oh, they can't do that. Okay. They got to tuck in right there. Oh, man. Okay. Looks like a little artillery fire convinced these guys to head for the rear. Panicked. Damn it. Oh, my God. Okay. Unlimber. Unlimber. Shoot. It's the last gun I've got that's up near the enemy. And these guys backed up. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Probably could have rode over here as Jeb Stewart to try to save these guys, but nah. A lot of times that's hopeless. Just a big cluster of baddies. Well, this has been a pretty fun scenario. We hold the Rummel Farm and a major victory. Okay. That works for me. So one minor defeat, one major victory. I was talking about trying to do 3 scenarios tonight, though. Wow, we took a lot more casualties, though, because of the enemy artillery. 100%. Sheesh. I'm not positive. I think that the action between Jeb Stewart's cavalry and Custer's cavalry was done a lot on horseback, but I could be wrong about that. Anybody wants to jump in the chat with real historical information about all that, go for it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Save those dead bodies. Okay. I thought that went pretty good. What else do we have? What's 24? So this is the opposite. Okay, got it. Interesting. What about some of the... I think as the Confederates over here, we play infantry. And as the Union, we play cavalry. Farnsworth's 1st Cavalry Brigade on the South Cavalry Field. Will we be able to play this one? Yes, okay. So we'll get out of it and restart. Just wanted to see if we can even play it. Let's do one as the Union, shall we? Farnsworth's 1st Cavalry Brigade, 3rd July 1863 at 5 p.m. After Pickett's charge has been repulsed. Wow. Word has just been received. Pickett's charge has been repulsed. General Kilpatrick is given orders to probe the enemy right and exploit any weaknesses in its line. First, General Merritt's brigade attacks but is stopped as rebel reinforcements arrive. Now, General Farnsworth is ordered forward with a mounted attack up the middle of the enemy right flank. We need to disrupt the enemy right flank. Here are our point totals. Brigadier General Elon J. Farnsworth. Elon, eh? Who knew? Commanding 1st Brigade Cavalry Division, Army of the Potomac. You've got mix, West Virginia, Vermont, Pennsylvania, New York Cavalry. I think that was true for a lot of cavalry units. Represented here are the objectives of Farnsworth's historically ill-fated mounted attack. As each is secured, more of the enemy will be deployed, much as what happened historically. Objectives will activate for 1 to 5 minutes, roughly closest to furthest First Texas 1 minute, beginning 5 minutes. So effective time management is key to a major victory. Okay, got it. Thank you, Randy. We won't go through all this, obviously. Randy, passionate about history. I love that. If you are a fan of understanding some of the details, these lesser known engagements and some of the pre-battle movements to battle there, I think it's a really good read. I'll probably come back to it for sure. But let's jump into this, see how we do. Probably do this one, call it a night. A little bit of a chill, relaxed Cavalry Field scenario tonight for the stream. Matter of fact, before we get started, let's push that pause button real quick. Let's get a quick refill. I'll be right back. All right, back in pocket with a mounted cavalry attack. What we got? Oh, wow, looky here. Okay. 200 men. Same. And we got one group of guns helping us out. And this is where the near the peach orchard here and where the Confederate line bowed back to the right. Wow. Longstreet's troops over here. All right. General Farnsworth, General Merritt's movement to the left has been halted. It's up to your brigade to break the enemy to our front. A mounted charge is imperative. Take control of the ground swiftly and demonstrative. Go with glory, General. Yes, sir. So, I would say we've got one regiment per objective, just about. Let's head on down this way. Let's head on over this way. And with this regiment, let's head on over this way. All right, boys. Steady those mounts. Forward we go into glory. Charge him. Charge him, god dang it. Can they charge? Oh, ouch. Now we'll run off some skirmishers out here, it looks like. No! Stay mounted, you dummies. Charge. Why won't you guys charge, gosh darn it. There we go. I think you just got to move him into him. Hit him in the flank. Hit him in the flank. Slash him. Slash him. There we go. Up in the face of Big Round Top. Farnsworth cavalryman. Or driving the enemy before him. He's supposed to stay mounted, but looks like he's not going to do that. No, sir. Yeah, okay. No, mount up. Or not. Yeah, mount up. Head towards the guns. Go, go, go. Ow! Canister shot. Woo! Oh, driven off over here. Okay. I think we drove them off too, though. Mount up. Let's go take this waypoint objective. How about this right here? Now let's go to me and let's get that one if we can. Okay, these guys are ready to go again. Let's have them advance up here. Well, actually, let's just have them go here for now. Okay, we'll hold with this cavalry as these rebel skirmishers run off, as well as the guns. We got them on the run! You alright, Hazel? Alright, so we got the first Texas objective. Good. We'll bring this unit here. And we will. Right. I think these guys should get on some cover. We'll be soaking up points. How many we get? 100? Ooh, 500. Okay. So there's that. Now let's go over here. And then these guys mount up. And I think we'll do a deal where we try to charge up toward Big Round Top kind of together with this regiment. Their morale's high again. Is that Plum Run? We'll kind of charge up this way. We'll ride up this way with these fellas. You're gonna have those skirmishers running off, yeah? Now let's charge at these boys. Let's charge at these boys. Farnsworth's charge. Up, little round top, or big round top we go. No. Okay. They weren't going to do it, huh? What if we charge? Can we charge? No, we can't. Let's just go right into them. I lied. No, I didn't. Let's just go right into them. Go, go, go. Yeah. All right. Ah! Sabers drawn. Cavalry coming up the other side of the ridge there. All right, boys, let's go. Get them. Down there on the stone wall. And we run them off. Beautiful. Okay. And they're surrendered. I love it. I love it a lot. Now, let's get back to here. No, don't run away. Okay, stop, dismount. You're on a wall. Stay there like that. That's good. We're going to gain these points. We got a unit in our rear. That's not great. So let's deal with them. And then this regiment will join the rest of the brigade up here fighting for this area. All right, these guys. How about this? After reforming, we'll just try to roll up the flank of Law's remaining brigade at the crest or the foot of Big Round Top. And all right, we've done that. Good. Mount up. Can you charge? No. Let's charge these guys down for fun. Right into them. You pretty much, you have to just move the cavalry unit into the enemy unit, I think, in this scenario anyway, to get them to actually melee. Right at them. Right at them. Yes. With sabers drawn, pistols out. Hit them in the head. Slash them in the shoulder. Take out their neck. Here we go. That was easy enough. Now we need to get these boys over this way. Then we need to get me over that way as well. I'd say this unit needs to stop falling back. You're on a wall, for crying out loud. Ah, are they retreating? God dang it. Yeah, they are. All right, well, I'd say actually these fellows could come here. And we can at least take these points. Let's have these guys double time. Farnsworth himself. We'll get up here, and we'll be ready to just try to take that objective. Oh, yeah, nasty. That turned into a real killing field for the Rebs. We are fatigued. So this regiment of 5th New York most likely will only be able to take this objective. Looks like. We're going to bring Farnsworth up here. As the Yankee cavalry continues sweeping the field of Rebs, pressuring the rebel right flank. Let's go ahead and form line, dismount. On the wall, good. And that will be fine. These guys, let's switch direction right up in there. These fellas. Oh, I see. So instead of lay down, stand up, it's the mount button. Okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. 12 minutes in, and we're going to be looking at another 500 points, I think. We shall see. All right, let's dismount. Let's go ahead and jump up on this wall. As we clear the rebels out of the area here, it looks like. Always on the attack, right? This is something they don't talk a whole lot about. After Pickett's charge had failed, you know, the battle was over, but this is war, right? So at every opportunity, everywhere along the line, where the Union might have been able to mount an actual counterattack and roll the rebel army up, like over here, they did it. Because that's what you do. Now, how cavalry would have been expected to take in a mounted charge this area, I'm not quite sure. But okay, we just lost control of this objective again. Ah, we're back. And it'll be 2 minutes to take those points, okay? Should be able to do that easily enough. And then we'll do a full brigade charge. We'll mount everybody up. We'll see if we can full brigade charge Law or Sheffield off of the foot of Big Round Top. And that'll be the decisive moment of the whole engagement, most likely. And it'll be a lot of fun. Boop. Let's go plus time 1. We're going to go up 1 tick. And just have time move just a little faster for us. And so you can kind of tell this is a game that was really generally meant for infantry engagements. It's part of what I was going to show you with some of these cavalry field scenarios, is that they're a little buggy. They're not perfect. And cavalry is not the main attraction of this game. All right, here we go. Let's mount up here and here. And let's charge into them. Go. Charge into them. Go. Let's get the brigade commander down this way. Let's mount these guys up. And let's charge forward here. Cavalry forward into the charge! Yes! Yeah, all right. Oh, that's cool looking. Off they go. Good deal. Surrendered. We got a countercharge by the Rebs. Laws Brigade countercharging right there. Yeah, go get them. Let's charge these guys. Get into them. All right, let's go, boys. Woo, this is kind of fun. Come on, keep going, keep going. Sweep them. Ah, off we go. Darn. And the next engagement along the line. No, 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 no. Crap. Ran us off. But there's still the 5th. Into the flank. Ah, they ran us off there too. Dadgummit. Chance for a screenshot there. Let's go here. Let's get on this wall. Dismount. Ah, shoot. All right, stop. Line. Then this is where the attack just kind of bogs down a little bit here, looks like. Dismount. I already forgotten how many points I need for a victory on this thing. Always forget, god dang it. Get on up there. They are confident now. Good. Dismount. Farnsworth's brigade. Might have lost one of our regiments. Or no. Here they are on the flank. They're weary. I'm guessing that has something to do with their inability to win a melee. Oh, but we are gaining points from this objective. Nice! Okay. I'll take it. With 10 minutes left to go in the scenario. Yeah, baby. Here's some cavalry action. Genuine cavalry action. Up big round top. I like it. Coming up on 2 hours for this stream. Probably wrap it up after this scenario. Appreciate everybody who stayed on board. Off those Confederates go right there. Booyah. Mount up, boys. Let's go. Sweep them. Boy, this is sure a violent part of the field that this alternate history playthrough. Got a lot of chaos right here. Go ahead. Let's go. Stop. Dismount. So, not a mounted charge all the way, right? Interesting. Is this a hold objective? It is. No, Union Waypoint. Okay. 2 minutes, 600 points. Got it. We're over 2,000 points now. Wonderful. Again, blind playthroughs right here. No idea what we were really in for. I might feel very set. I don't think, you know, Farnsworth's brigade all by itself was likely to ever break the Confederate right flank here, but I guess I could be wrong. As you can see, we have some other Confederate units that are returning to the fight. Oh my God, this whole time we had the 18th Pennsylvania over here. We weren't even using them. That's funny. That is comical. Well, by God, let's bring them down here. Come on, join the fight, fellas. One minute to get another 600 points. I think we may be able to get a victory here. And a major victory at that. Let's advance on that regiment up there. Can't quite see him. There they are. Again, I never like turning off the trees. Just not my style. Got the 18th coming up. These guys are exhausted. So are these guys. 1st Vermont is fatigued. I think we could mount them up for a charge. Run Law's brigade off here for good. Trot forward to the attack, boys. Let's go. Time to run these rebels off for good. We're about to flank the whole bunch. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Through the rough. And up the hill. Into the breach. Will we make it all the way to the top? Come on, boys. You can do it. See, I clicked the charge button, they won't do it. But if you just run them straight into the enemy, they'll do it then. There we go. Go, 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 go. No! No! Ran into a wall of bayonets, and that was that. Okay. Dang. Well, we're not done. We are not done. These guys are fresh. High morale. 509 cavalrymen thundering toward the hill. Some of our troopers on the run. I don't think we're going to get this one. Here comes the 18th Pennsylvania. I think we'll mix it up with these skirmishers real quick. No, they're going to run. No surprise there. Let's attack these guys. Go. We may get in contact with these guys first, I think. All right, they're falling back. Horsemen on the attack. Get into them. Yeah, like we thought. Over here. Ooh, mixed up, nasty, deadly, bloody, and terrible melee on the flank. Off these guys go. Wonderful. Now, mount up, run them down. Ah, but we're exhausted. Oh, looky here. These infantrymen are putting up a real scrap on our mounted boys. All right, we routed them, surrendered. Laws Brigade, toast. Just toast. Well, with 4 or 3.5 minutes left. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get down there and win. I just don't think we are. We'll jump on this fence, dismount. We'll get in a firefight and close it out of the scenario for that. Let's stop, dismount there. Farnsworth, get up with your fellas here. These casualties all counted toward the battle result in the real thing. Or they would have, as the case may be. All right, we'll go plus plus. We'll just finish out the scenario with that. See where we're at. Look at all of that carnage from Farnsworth's brigade, huh? Now that is some cavalry action right there. There's a screenshot. Right there. Ooh, yeah, that's a pretty good one. I like that. I like that a lot. Taking some more losses there. Oh, we had more than 4 or 5 minutes left to go. Okay. Whoops. All right, we're at 2,700. Yeah, we still had maybe 10 minutes to go here. We're just kind of running out of fatigue and morale to make a big push to take that objective, and there's just too many Confederate line regiments that are there defending. I don't think we'd be able to take it. Got to know your limits, right? We'll still advance with these boys. These guys are going to fall back and run. Okay. These guys get in line. Dismount on the wall. I tell you what, you guys can retreat. Oh, they're calling it an inconclusive fight. I guess I forgot about the points. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, that's better than they did in history anyway, I think. 2,744 points. Beautiful. We'll save that result. How do we do here? Farnsworth. Yay, all right. Over 1,000 enemy casualties right there. Boom. That's pretty good for the butcher's bill on the day. I like that. That's all right with me. Sure. Well, I'd say that about wraps it up for tonight's stream. There you have a few of the Cavalry Field scenarios. We can see some of the fun parts, some of the imperfections, some of the little bugs here and there, the little nuances, the janky command structures, the way that you have to kind of use the toolbar for this and that. I think it is a nice look at a piece of the game that is not oft looked at. So I appreciate you guys being willing to take a little bit more time with me tonight, learn a little bit more about the Battle of Gettysburg and this great game, Scourge of War, Gettysburg. Once again, I am Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host. It is Alternate History Gaming because we try to replay history and can't, so it's alternate. And I'll see you guys on the next stream. Coming before you know it, Wednesday night, we're back into Grand Tactician. Can't wait for that. Probably going to do some bonus streams in between now and then. That'll just be real casual, jump on, no big announcement beforehand. Thinking Foxhole, maybe jump back into that CK3. We'll see. And until then,